So as some of you guys know, I've talked about Genex in the past, and the one thing about Genex that I know is that I don't know anything about Genex, which is why I called for help today. And who better to help you than the professor himself, you know? So everybody welcome James Ark. Thank you for being here and kind of walking me through your list that you actually topped with, which is kind of impressive because you were kind of one of the first to do that.
Hello. Yes. Here representing Genex Nation. Genex Nation, rise up, take control of the meta, all that. Yeah, Genex is a pretty interesting deck. Almost nobody plays it, and so I do think it's an underrated deck. And I also had to kind of figure a lot of the combos out myself when I was testing it and playing it and stuff.
Yeah. So what actually inspired you to kind of get into this list, you know, because like I know you tamper with Tengu on occasion, but you know this is like pretty out there, you know, for like for a decision, you know.
Yeah, I don't really love Tengu, as funny as that is to say. Like, but I remember back when like when earlier in the year when it was seeing some more popularity and there was the YCS and stuff, and you know my teammate ended up playing agents for that, and we had tested that deck too. And I think if I'm remembering correctly, it was around the time I came back from that, and I was like, oh, Tengu's kind of okay, like, but I feel like Agents is pretty boring, and like I would rather just play something else anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think I kind of tried to do a little bit of a deep dive into like the card pool and like what other weird tier 2 decks people were topping with. And so there were people topping with Genex. And so I looked at those lists, or I can't even remember if it was like which came first, like if I read the cards and then checked if anyone had topped with them, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just saw some potential. I mean, just because Ultimate Offering is really crazy, and that's a card I've also used in Edison a bit. And I just kind of started cooking. And I was telling you the story, but when I was playing the deck and just like testing it with some friends and messing around with it, my one friend, shout out to Stango, was a hater. And he said, "You will never top with this deck. This deck's trash." And I said, "How wrong you are." And so I committed to topping an event with this deck. Now there aren't like huge Tengu tournaments really, so I think the tournament that I ended up topping was like 30 people, but I'll take it, you know, and it was still enough for me to get the satisfaction. I had like bubbled at a couple other tournaments too, so in all reality, like my record with this deck in tournaments is not bad. And I've slowly improved it over time.
Nice. Yeah, and I'm looking at some of these cards, so like you're gonna have to walk me through this deck, like, because like I'm looking at your build. I even see like a Beast King Barbaros in there, which is pretty spicy.
That's the latest edition.
Yeah. I think I've been hearing about this. I heard this was your little tech that you kind of came up with for like siding and skill drain decks.
You know what? It really wasn't mine. This is totally a product of Genex Nation. Because there is a Genex discussion thread in one of the Tengu servers. And as funny as that is, and like I said, I kind of like came up with a lot of the ideas myself, and like and there, as you might expect, are not a ton of people invested in optimizing Genex.
Sure,
but in back reading some of that, one thing someone had brought up was like, hey, what if we sided Barbaros? It like helps play around skill drain, and you can summon it, you know, off Ultimate Offering, so like you could pop a field with it. And I think I had just lost to Skill Drain in one of the prior tournaments I mentioned that I didn't top.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to think of a more flexible side solution because like I didn't want to add like Dust Tornadoes or something. And I was like, oh, this actually seems pretty decent and kind of funny. And I like had room for it, and I was like, oh, let's go. And it came up. I've used it a handful of times.
That's actually so wild. Yeah, I mean it's a cool idea. Like I actually really like the idea behind it.
I honestly could see myself playing more, but it's just one of those weird like counter side options. Like I probably mostly want to do it against the skill drain deck. So
yeah. It's pretty niche and specific, but like skill drain is like really damaging against this deck, I would assume. So like having that as an option is like a really good punish. Okay, but let's.
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, and we can get into the actual combos of the deck too and how it functions. Also, maybe solo mode would be useful for that. Like I can describe what the cards do, but just like on a very basic combo level, it could be useful.
Yeah, we could do solo mode. I'm down.
But this deck, I think this deck is underrated. I think this deck is a lot stronger than people give it credit for. But I'll give you a list of the cards that the deck has trouble with.
Okay.
Thunder King, Skill Drain, Herald of Warriors Light, like a most trap disruption. Like I don't know, like so you can maybe piece together why this deck can struggle. If you were playing against purely top tier decks.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I mean, I could see it because there's a lot of like weird glaring weaknesses, but it's like if you can get around them. I mean, I'm assuming that's why you have so much spot removal, right? Like D Prison's bottomless. Like you need to get rid of those Thunder Kings ASAP, and that makes sense. I mean, I do want you to walk me through each of these cards, okay? Because like I'm not only just for me, but I'm assuming viewers have never read any of these cards, so like we should just kind of take it one by one. I mean, most people know Birdman, so we can kind of start with this one, Genex Power Planner.
So the best way to think about it actually is like the fire one, Magma.
Yes.
So that one searches the one to the left of it. Magma searches Crusher.
Okay.
It searches any level 2, but in this deck, it searches Crusher.
Okay.
Crusher searches the level 4, the Wind one. Turbo.
I see.
That one's 1500 tags, also level 4, biggest tag.
Yeah.
Matters for something. That one searches Power Planner, the level 1.
Okay.
And then the Power Planner searches either Birdman or the Magma. So it's a little loop.
I see. Okay.
And like, I mean, they all have like some relevant weird little interactions, like their attribute and their levels and like whatever, but like they're essentially just, like a big cycle of things that search each other.
Sure. And like, yeah, I see this one's a spellcaster. We have a machine, a pyro, a machine. Because I see you have like a Karkuri engine, but not all of them are machines.
The machine is relevant. The other stuff, not so much.
Okay.
And I mean, the other basic thing to like, since Birdman bounces stuff back to hand, right? Like, if you like have the level 1, you can search multiple Birdmans with it. Or various other permutations of that type of combo, but.
I see you're not on Nat Beast, but you low-key could make Nat Beast with these two guys.
I had a game recently where I could make it, or Barkion or something. But the extra deck actually is pretty tight, I would say.
I would assume so.
So I haven't made room for that.
Okay, that's fair. Well, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm sure myself and everyone else knows what the rest of these cards do. So we have like an idea of what this does. I'll hop into you're the professor here, okay? Do you want me to go into solo mode and like do a combo and we'll kind of figure that out, or do you want to go into a game?
I think we should do a solo mode real quick, and I'm not gonna do the full every combo, but I will show you just like very basically what you are trying to do.
Sure. Okay. Well, we'll go over to that.
All right. And I mean okay, so well, I mean you open Ultimate Offering, but like let's ignore that for the moment.
Okay.
Like, I mean keep it in the hand because I'll just show you like on our super bare bones level, you can summon the Turbo,
Yeah.
and that would search you the Power Planner. I mean you already have the Power Planner in hand, you might as well.
Yeah.
So that would search you the Power Planner.
Okay.
And then like next turn, you in a pretty normal game, you would protect this with some traps, like a game that you don't have Ultimate Offering.
Yeah.
You can summon the Power Planner next turn.
Sure. So we.
I was saying like you would protect the Turbo, like the Turbo stays on field.
Turbo stays on field. Okay.
Next turn, you summon the Power Planner.
Okay.
You search a Birdman. And then you can bounce the Power Planner.
Okay.
For the Birdman. And then you can make a beret because the Turbo is a machine.
Right.
The Birdman might get banished, but doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
And then like this searches you.
The Watchdog.
Yeah, probably yeah, exactly. Probably. Yeah, well.
I mean, we have strategy. Yes.
Exactly. And then like I mean that's like you have gained some card advantage.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
They all replace themselves and you got some cards for free and you thin your deck. So it's like, that's just like a good advantage play and then backed up with traps. And I mean, the whole gist of the deck for me, thinking about it more generally, is like absolute worst case scenario, you're playing gadgets, you're playing cards that replace themselves. They have kind of like wonky attack points compared to gadgets, but like, they can still do little pokes and you protect them with traps, and if your opponent doesn't draw very well, maybe that's enough to beat them,
Yeah.
But obviously the like higher end ceiling of the deck is when you do draw Ultimate Offering, and then you can do some very crazy stuff. And I can show you very basically what that looks like now.
Yeah.
And again, like sometimes it matters what you already drew or you know, something like that.
Should I reset deck here then?
You can just like put all the stuff back into the deck maybe, and start with a power planner. And put the watchdog back too. That is helpful.
Okay, so we're gonna do everything power planner, nothing else.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. All right.
Because the combo like often varies every time, so I'm gonna make sure I don't do this wrong. So yeah, you go power planner.
Okay. Search
magma.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
I think you don't have to bother doing the life points. It's gonna cost you 3,500 or like 4,000, but you could do a different version of it if you wanted to. So this searches the 2, the crusher.
Okay. So we'll just put that out there.
Yeah, that searches the 4.
Okay.
And then that searches the other power planner.
The 1. Okay. And so then this gets you the Birdman, so this is where the combo gets like wild, right? Like
exactly. And so now you bounce the power planner.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I like this also really depends like if they have backers and stuff, but you can make librarian here with the 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Well, let's just pretend they have no response. I want to see the full,
exactly.
The full experience.
And then it also matters like what you're trying to play through, because even if they don't have anything, like you would do different things depending on whether you're trying to play through like Gores or Trag or other weird stuff. But
yeah.
So then you summon the other power planner, you search the Birdman.
Okay, that makes sense.
You bounce the power planner.
That's like a nasty combo there, like that you can just like constantly. Or wait, sorry, this goes to my hand. I summon the Birdman.
Yeah.
But like you can basically like get access to all 3 Birdmans through this.
Yeah, and also like there's a lot of like Maxi is like kind of good against this deck, but there's weird little interactions like in this exact spot, like. Because if you're just ultimate offering normal summoning everything, then they have no reason to really max you yet.
Yeah.
But like when you go bounce for Birdman, they can max you there. But what you can do is you can chain the ultimate offering effect to normal summon the Birdman from the hand.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a little trick. But now you can make a beret.
Okay, sure. So synchro these 2. This gets banished. Beret comes out. Oops, I think I. And then
I think you do it. You can actually do this like a couple different ways. Like, I don't want to mess it up, and then I've ever. So it's like, where exactly? I think actually, sorry, hold on. Like make an armory with the. So keep the turbo on field.
Okay, and then
synchro off of the power planner.
Make armory.
Make an armory.
Yeah, because we're trying to get to Beret out here, right? So we special this.
Yeah, you special that, and then you like
normal summon this again.
Oh, well, you would get the thing from deck.
Oh yeah. You're right. Okay, yeah.
So it's a complicated.
Oh wait, no, I trolled. Because I was supposed to summon armory here. I'm slamming.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay, we're all over the place.
Yeah,
all right.
So you go armory, then you planner.
Now we planner. Then planner searches the 3rd Birdman. Which then bounces this back to the hand. That. Oh, and we draw a card off of the librarian, and then we special summon this back.
Summon the bird. Then you like make a beret.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter which you think.
Because beret is gonna summon out the level 4 here. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And we draw.
Yeah.
And then
you can make the level 8.
Okay, this goes pretty crazy.
Yeah, and then like you summon the other thing and you draw another card.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming you change its position, so you draw another card.
Yeah, so you draw another one. You can also just use the beret to do it. Like sometimes if you don't have the Nishi in deck. So then you draw another one.
Draw another card, okay.
And then you could like make a 6.
Yeah.
Or you could make a Stardust, like, and then the other crazy thing about some of this, like, depending on how much stuff you've used, like in this case, you're sort of board locked, but like Ultimate Offering and Tour Guide is also like quite good, especially because you always have the Birdmans banished, so it's always making you like Levier and another tuner, you know, and like exhausting your tuners, your Birdmen is, you know, a big part of the deck where you end up sort of running out of them if you don't always OTK them.
Well, I'm also seeing a play with like Ultimate Offering, like because like I'm thinking like you could even do spicy stuff with like Ultimate Offering and Tour Guide, where you normal Tour Guide, summon Sangan, bounce Sangan for Birdman, Ultimate Offering, summon Sangan. That's Trish right there, which is crazy too. Yeah,
it's Trish. Well, it's also like that's something you might do if you don't have any, if you didn't hard draw any of the Genex, but the Sangan can search it for you. So it's like
true. Oh, true, and that gets the rest of your combo going.
Yeah, and like also, I mean, this is hardly the top end of the combo, but the not the Watchdog, the other Karakura guy, the Nishi, the one on the field, like that with Ultimate Offering, very strangely strong. You can just summon it in their battle phase and switch a thing to defense.
True.
Like, it protects your guy. Like and this deck is all just about like, you know, keeping 2 bodies on board so that you can start doing these types of combos.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. There's different variations and different stuff you can make, and oftentimes you have to do stuff to force back row first. And I think even this one I could have done slightly differently, but this is like a very basic version of it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just make a Brian act to like finish it off, I guess, and draw a card.
Yeah.
But even that goes like pretty crazy. You still have.
In this case, you happen to draw like a ton of monsters, but usually you would be drawing into like a bunch of relevant traps.
Yeah. No, that.
And even it's like, what are they gonna do? Crack your board?
Yeah, true. This is a very trap-heavy deck, and I just drew like every monster possible. But at least we're doing it now and not during the match, you know. So, but yeah, I definitely see the vision of it. Yeah, it's really cool.
I mean, when anything similar or even close to this happens, it feels like the best deck in format for sure.
Yeah, you probably just win.
Yeah, and you probably just win that game. Setting up for it and making sure your Ultimate Offering doesn't get, you know, stormed or MST'd or you know, they don't just like stick a Thunder King. Like those are all usually playing the early game.
For sure. Okay, and then one thing I was saying, there is a BLS. I was gonna say there because I saw that like this guy's a light, and so I was like, wait, we have light and darks. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. BLS is like a little bit bricky, but I think it's just like strong enough that I mean your whole deck is searching the light. Birdman's a dark also.
Plus Armory Arm's pretty accessible too.
Librarian's a dark. Yeah.
Okay, well we got the combo down, kinda, you know. So I guess we'll hop into a match or attempt to and see, kind of see what this looks like in actual gameplay.
Sure. Hopefully they don't just stick turn 1 Thunder King and we draw nothing. But I've gotten pretty good. Like, you know, I'm very much like a prepare for the worst case scenario type of player in general. So I've gotten pretty good at like, all right, what's the worst possible thing they could have and how can I mitigate that?
Yeah. I'm excited.
The thing that people don't you know, a lot of times people summon Thunder King and obviously it kind of souls your deck and like they just want to win the game fast. But like if they just summon Thunder King and never attack, that's actually way more annoying because then you're playing Triple D Prison and Mirror Force and can't use them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, technically just not attacking with Thunder King. But I mean, that also doesn't necessarily progress the board state either for either player.
Yeah. And there's tricks like the Birdman gets the plus 500 when you bounce a wind monster. So, and the level 4 guy is wind. So it's like you can summon that, bounce it with Birdman, then it goes to 19. You can crash the Ryo.
Sure.
Tour Guide obviously helps outing Thunder King.
Well, statistically speaking, I know this guy.
I think I played him in one of the tournaments.
Oh, really? All right. Well, here, what are we doing? Rock, paper, scissors. You make the call, you know? We
got him with the paper.
Of course. Unlucky.
Oh.
It's all right. I would have picked paper anyway, you know?
I can't remember what he played against me. I think it might have been Nordics. Does that sound right?
I know this guy, if I remember right, kind of plays all over the place.
He played Crusher Control at one point, I think. Maybe that's what he played against me.
Yeah. Crusher Control is one of his main decks. I know that much.
Okay. So I mean, if it's a Genex mirror, that would be okay.
Ooh, we got some choices here.
We definitely do have choices. I mean, I'm probably just dualitying. Like, I like to use the tour guide more as like a Levier tool than it's like Leviathan Pass, you know.
So we'll take a look and see. I'm assuming it's the ultimate offering then.
It's always ultimate offering.
Yeah. But now the question is, do you actually set it with them knowing it?
Oh no! See, you're already learning. So so we're gonna set the watchdog. We're gonna set the bottomless.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because you want them to blind space this and then.
Of course, or they do weird stuff. Like people go, you know, he'll start taking his turn and he'll like do stuff and he'll go end main one, and because everyone thinks they're so smart, and I'll be like sure and
ooh,
easy.
See,
game.
look at that!
But yeah, everyone like doesn't enter battle when they know you have ultimate offering, obviously. So
yeah, for sure.
Something to be aware of too. Because usually, like, summoning a bunch of shit in their battle phase is pretty good. Sometimes it lets you get Darkhold, but, like, it stops you from, I don't know, them stopping it during your turn.
Yeah.
Like Torrential or something.
Uh-oh. We're getting Leviathan. Which, I mean, we're kind of set up for a nasty Darkhold play.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if this is a set Crusher, if he's, like, playing his standard Crusher control.
I mean, if it was Crusher, he probably would have flipped, right? And then guide it, like,
yeah, got the pop. I guess it could be a... Oh. Okay, so this gets just...
We can cook. I'm seeing the vision here.
So we lose this, we take the 14. We do have access to... I mean, we need to resolve Ultimate Offering, I think, yeah?
I think we're fine. Yeah, I would just hold him.
Alright, so what's the play here?
Use hole.
Hole? You don't set it?
No, use hole.
Wait, what?
I mean, we're gonna set it.
Use... dark... Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying hold. Like, hold. I was like, hold what?
No. Use a hole. He's gonna trigger the thing. I hope he doesn't Veiler or Max us, which seems fairly likely that he might Veiler or Max us, but...
Yeah.
Because then we could Levier his...
Oh, Levier the Esper Girl, yeah, true. Oh, wow, okay, so that's going through. Alright, so do you... Because we have the offering, do you get Sangan here, or do you hold it? Because, like, we have that potential Trish play later. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you go Tour Guide or Sangan here?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I probably would get the Tour Guide here.
Yeah, okay. And so then we get the overlay.
If we hadn't drawn, oh, we probably could have. Maybe we should have poked him first or something. But so do we get this effect when this card is sent? We get the effect.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. Okay, so banish, face down. Alright, and then we're not allowed to look at it. We technically could. He wouldn't know, but we're not allowed to.
Really? You can't look at it?
You cannot look at it in Tengu plant format.
I didn't see. I'm learning stuff too. Do I want to even attack him? I feel like no.
He hasn't set any back row, so there could be a Gorz.
Like, why not? Like if we resolve the offering, we win next turn. So it's like I'd rather just like not expose ourselves to it. I just set the thing.
True, set ultimate offering, and I agree. Yeah, because like we can also go for the cheeky, like we can go for a Trish play, which would out the Gorz on the next turn too.
Yeah, the main combos that you do are pretty safe into. It's usually when they have like Veiler and Trag or like Veiler and Gorz that it gets a little tricky. Yeah. Like if they're stunting you a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's fine.
But it's not that bad. Like this has to go field to grave, so we can Trish this as well.
It really just matters if he has more traps, I would say.
Yeah.
So I would also, while he's in battle, I would ultimate offering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so then we're going to summon the tour guide here, because he can't Veiler it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like if he maxes, then it's not stopping us for our turn. And it like thins the sand. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're good here.
And like there's little things with Ultimate Offering too, like usually when you flip it, you would just like flip it and be like, I'm flipping it, like no effect, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And then on a new chain you would use the thing. Because if they MST you, you don't pay extra life. And...
Interesting. You set a back row and then didn't set a back row.
Yeah, now he doesn't want to. I mean, maybe he does have Gores and he's like, oh, well, he's going to go for the big play next turn. But...
Oh, okay. That's actually fine.
See, that's so fun. I mean, I guess he gets his switch.
Yeah, so we lose Tour Guide Sangan, the Esper Girl. We get to take this to our hand. Oh my god. Okay.
Loki is kind of useful.
Then we search. What do you get here?
I would probably search
Magma gets the 2. He does have a back row as well and a Witch on field. Is Turbo
maybe Planner then?
Planner. This guy.
Okay,
yeah. Okay. Wait, but okay, never mind. I see. Okay. So now we draw for turn. Oh, that mind control is huge.
That's a really good draw.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would just start pay Ultimate Offering.
So we declare Ultimate Offering. So you're paying here. Why are you paying here?
Well, they can't warning it. It's a big.
Oh, true.
But also just like I don't know. I think it helps you like decide how you're gonna play out the turn. Like if they were to MST there, then you know.
Oh yeah, true.
And so here I would basically do like we kind of did in the
magma
tutorial, you know. Yeah, get the magma. It's gonna change a little bit because he has the back row, but not that much. So I would pay again. This is gonna be kind of like tedious to go through the exact way we're gonna do it, but
yeah. Normal is, I'm assuming.
Yeah, affected. I mean, he could definitely have like a warning here, but other than that, like we will be able to play through a warning, and other than that, we're not looking.
Yeah. So this gets Crusher.
Yep.
And then
here I might deviate slightly, like, because
do you go for Trish here, like bounce Power Planner and then Minecon for Trish?
Yeah. I think that's a good move. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So we'll go Declare. Oh, wait. Yeah. So we'll bounce this to the hand.
Yeah.
Special the Birdman. See if that's okay.
Because the thing about it is, like, if he does have Torrential, we don't want to lose too many bodies. Like, if all your Genex are engraved, then it's like really hard to win.
Yeah.
Even though they're just like level bodies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like this because I mean we still have combo if he torrentials, and now we like put a lot of pressure on him, and then Trish will banish the back row here too if he doesn't use it. So, and he has to commit here because Trish will resolve. Okay, so yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, well, and I think it's kind of interesting because like he might be thinking we're gonna go for Brianak, but he kind of gets punished by the fact we're gonna Minecon it.
Yeah, this hurts so bad. Whew. Okay, so we'll synchro here, banish this, synchro. And we haven't actually used our normal summon yet.
Right.
So even if this is like chainable. Okay, so he's gonna chain book.
That's fine, yeah. We're actually probably gonna be able to flip this back up with Bure later in the combo.
True. Okay, so then we probably banish the Esper Girl.
Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. I feel like this might be something you know better than me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously he has the option to Levier this back, but he can't, Oh,
You
wow.
can't banish it with one of the things. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he still could be on Gores, but it doesn't. I think we're gonna be able to beat it anyway. So, now
It's Crusher, yeah? Or is it Planner?
it's Crusher.
Okay, so...
I mean, we're gonna summon all of them anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can just normal summon this time, right? We don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to pay
Yeah, it
for
doesn't
this.
really matter. Yeah, exactly. Sure. I mean, it's gonna save us 500. We're gonna end
Yeah.
up using Ultimate Offering the whole rest of the times.
Yeah. So now we search the turbo.
Yep.
And then we're gonna keep this train going. So 500 here. And it's summon turbo.
Mhm.
Turbo is going to search. And we're gonna grab
Planner.
Planner, yeah. Normal the planner.
Get us Birdman.
Okay. And then
So I would bounce the planner. So we have one more Birdman left.
okay, so we bounce this back to the hand. We special summon the Birdman, and we still have one Birdman. So we in this scenario we do kind of like we talked about last time, right? Where we make the armory arm, yeah.
I would probably.
Or I guess we have one.
I would
less
probably
Birdman.
still go for the librarian here, like
Yeah.
just because he might have. I mean, we're gonna win. It doesn't matter, but like, yeah, I'd probably go librarian, then summon the planner.
Okay, so we'll banish here. Special summon.
No.
Oh yeah,
No, yeah, he
fixed it. All right.
And then yeah, summon the planner.
Pay 5.
Yeah.
Normal summon. Declare. Search. Add this. That is our last Birdman.
Here I would pay. Well, I guess it. Yeah, never mind. You just bounce the planner. Sometimes, like, if you don't already have a Dark Engrave, you would just, like, Ultimate Offering something the Birdman, so it doesn't get banished, but we have the target.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so we'll special here.
And then I would make
the
Beret.
Or Beret, yeah.
Yeah.
So, watch this. Special summon Beret. So then this is Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. So we special summon then draw.
And here, I think. Oh, we already used the dog, so we only have the
Yeah, so we only have this.
And that can be an attack. I would get it in it. I mean, that doesn't really matter. We're gonna synchro off, but
Okay.
that can flip up our thing too.
Okay.
Like
so,
that target the Trishula.
Yeah. We have to draw here and then
Yeah.
flip up the Trish.
And then I would probably go summon the planner. I mean, no effect.
Yeah, so we're paying 5. Then make Armory Arm for another draw.
Yeah. And it's also gonna force the Gores.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't think we kill him through Gores, but it like it clears his board. Like he has to do it on the first attack, I think.
Yeah, because we could technically attach to like. You could attach
it to the librarian, I think, right? And
and then do like 26, 27. Oh, he just left.
Okay. Well, I mean, honestly, we could play a 2 out of 3 batch, but like, I feel like
this is a pretty good showcase, low key.
Yeah, I think this might be a good place to have it. Maybe. I mean, the side deck is kind of cool. Like the defissures, actually, I feel like are quite strong. Like there aren't really a lot of decks in Tengu that can play defissure effectively, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of hit or miss. Like it's whether how good exactly I think it is against like plants or agents, for example. Like I'm still a little bit not sure, but people do often play like kind of like high roll combo pile decks, like or like Light Sworns or something.
Yeah,
those are decks that I see. So I think it's a pretty good flood to have.
Yeah, no, I definitely see like we saw the function firsthand like of like just how this deck actually cohesively runs. Like it felt really smooth, low key. I mean like our opponent did see Dark Hole Heavy Storm, and we kind of played through
Yeah.
it, you know, so that's kind of crazy.
It's just a big difference between the games you see Ultimate Offering and when you don't. Like,
Yeah.
even me as a Genex fan can
Yeah.
admit that, you know.
Yeah.
So that is a problem, and like from the beginning of like me being like, oh well, like worst case you're playing it as a gadget deck, and like that can be good enough. The reality is that through playing it a bunch, it's like that often is not good enough. Like the decks are stronger in Tengu, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like usually like if you don't draw Ultimate Offering and you're playing your shitty little gadget, like sometimes it gets you there,
Yeah.
but oftentimes it doesn't. So maybe there's a world that I try to like build it more into like Turbo Ultimate Offering, but for now I tried to avoid too many cards that were like really reliant on you drawing that.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I like the approach. Like, I feel like you do need these trap cards for, like, any standard game, because this is going to give you the most options. Like, obviously, seeing the Ultimate Offering is nice, but it's kind of like you said, it is basically gadgets. So, like, if you're able, like, you have Mirror Force and 3D Prison, they can't really attack you. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, they shouldn't be able to. So, if that's the case, then like you should be able to set up pretty nicely to protect your monsters to like get some, not like a combo, but like a play, you know. And I think that's what matters. So yeah, no, this definitely is a cool deck. Like it makes me excited that I kind of like saw how this goes, because like I said, I knew all these cards searched each other, but I had no idea why there were ratios of what, you know. Like I didn't put any, like I've never put any thought into this deck or like process why it does what it does. But I think for myself and like also the viewers who have like probably never seen this deck or don't really know much about it, I think this is a good crash course. I think we have a decent understanding of this deck now. I mean, we did luck out hitting the Minecon versus Psychics too, but you know.
He was cooked anyway. It was fine.
Yeah, true. We were going off. But yeah, thank you so much, James Ark. I appreciate the help. I'll put a link to your channel in the description of this video, so if any of you guys want to check out James Ark, you absolutely should, because he is a brilliant Yu-Gi-Oh player, like insanely good, better than me. And so yeah, you guys should definitely check him out.
Yeah, and I was also saying right at the start, like I'll probably do a more specific deck profile. Like I have all the IRL cards, and so I'll do a little deck profile myself. Maybe that'll be up by the time this goes up. I don't really know.
Sure.
But
I can link that in the description as well. We'll slap that one in there too if anyone wants to check that out too. So, all right, yeah. Cool. I think that wraps it up for this one. Yeah, thank you so much. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Real quick, we're just going to give a shout out to my patrons. So shout out to Eric Gagnon, Kurt C. Hose, my dude, Photo Shooty, and Brian Ford. Thank you guys so much for the support. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and have a great time dueling today.